if we were to go,
Right.
let's say a conversation is a Golden Corral buffet. Right. All right.
Okay. This is
Talking me to death would be,
okay.
I go fill my plate one time. I say I'm good. Man, I want
He literally
wait
cannot
about
help
15 minutes to go to the ice cream dessert tray, but
Can't stop.
as I'm waiting for my food to digest,
Right.
Where's your headphones?
say, well, thank you.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah,
Yeah, some headphones would be awesome. Oh, I don't. Do you have? I forgot to break mine.
This nigga.
I did. I was
Back to the don't talk me to death.
Hey, I'm here.
Cause back to the don't talk me to death.
I'm here.
A conversation
I am
about
here.
even doing this is I got a set of headphones. I'm trying to get 2 more set of headphones.
Yeah, that's
And if you
literally what I said.
You're right. Cause if you got one pair, you got none.
I got one. If I got none, if I got two, I got one.
Gotcha. So
That's the
you
rule.
ain't
Hey,
got
I
none.
want that to be it.
Gotcha.
If you got two, you got one, and if you got
Hey,
one,
look
you
at
got
that.
one.
We had a recording studio.
We have one, but see, that's the thing, man. If you gotta move all this stuff around, man, that is highly inconvenient, sir.
Yeah, it's highly inconvenient for a professional not to have that too.
Right. No. That's the thing is that I am trying to be a professional.
You're trying to be a
Yes,
professional.
I'm acquiring
Gotcha.
professional level equipment.
Well, what I am in need of right now is an adapter from the little boys to the big boys.
Do you have a little boy to the big boy? Oh, this is a little boy. This is a little boy talking. Keep us.
We live.
It's hot. I think it's hot. I don't know about loud.
It's too hot for you?
No. That's
Testing one.
perfect. It's good. I can definitely hear myself. Here.
You don't need headphones.
Who don't need headphones?
Testing 1 2. I don't hear.
How do I know if I'm on the show? Apparently I'm the guest, and because
Testing 1 2.
this is a test run of the Don't Talk Me to Death podcast with David L. Robinson, the brain.
Testing 1 2.
David L. Robinson, the
Testing
brain.
1 2.
David L. Robinson,
Hear
the
you,
brain.
son?
Can you headphone 1?
Yes, sir.
Testing 1 2 2.
Yeah, I hear you fine. I don't know. You just not hearing on it. Maybe it's the
It is the headphone.
it's your headphone.
Testing 1 2. I hear that fine.
Okay. Oh, good. That is awesome. That makes me.
Channel 2.
Is it channel 2?
Yeah, time to the headphone.
I guess that's right.
Huh?
So the headphone slot is not assigned to a track. It's just an output.
No, it's telling you. So these are the volumes. These are the levels for the microphone, and then these are the levels for the headphone.
So, because I'm in 2, so is that saying that it's only letting me hear the track for 2?
No, so it's letting you hear all
Everything.
4.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right.
But I can turn, like, say you want it louder, I can turn it up a little more.
Sweet.
Right.
Yes, ladies
Yo,
and
you know
gentlemen.
what's wild? I've been on YouTube catching up. Well, not YouTube, actually it was on Facebook. And there's a dude running an ad right now. It's a targeted ad. And he's holding a Rodecaster. Shut up, bro.
I'm listening.
Ain't cool. Yeah, I can hear you too, though. Okay. So
I hear all of your adjustments.
that's what I'm saying. I hear your adjustments, sir. So no, this dude
Just quietly.
Yeah, this dude on his targeted ad he's basically saying,
I hear Bud.
I do too.
yeah, I hear it.
That's you.
Yeah.
There you go, you clear. Is it? Okay. So your boy he's holding a Rodecaster in the ad, and he says, you don't need this, you just need my my course. You need 1 hour on my course, and he's not wrong. You do not need that. Having the Rodecaster Pro is nice, and it'll make life much easier for you. But all of us know if you want to make beats, you'll find a way to make a beat.
Yeah, cell phones.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You'll find a way. You can do. It's possible to do all the things without that, but you're not going to produce the same product. That's the one thing you have to that you have to completely accept and understand. Because the truth is, no matter how good this shit is, if your show is whack, your show is whack. If you don't have a compelling show, because a compelling show, like, okay,
if you don't have content, you ain't got a motherfucking thing.
Right. So, like say for example, one of the things I've been looking at is in the production as far as the songs is melody building and how we build our melodies. And the fact of it is, just like the same way with a YouTube video, if you don't have a thumbnail and a title, you really don't have a video. If you don't have a melody, if they can't sing it, if they can't whistle it, then you don't have a melody. You don't have a good melody. A good melody stands on its own by itself, just to be able to hum. And then
you add words.
Right. Then you add the words to the melody in order to evoke the emotional response. The melody is whatever it is, but when it comes to your music or your writing, whatever it is, if you're not trying to evoke a specific emotional response, then I don't know necessarily that you know what you're doing. You might be trying to impart some information, but when it comes to sales, you're not motivated by the best features. It's not about the cheapest thing, or it's none of that. It's whether you like the person that you're buying from or not. That's the first thing you got to do.
With that being said, how you feel with the melodies and stuff, with the big backlash of mixed emotions on Andre 3000's new album?
That's you know what? As a subject, if you want to talk about Andre's album, I like that because it goes to show you the entitlement of an audience and how they think they own you. Because with Andre and what he did, this is his vocabulary now. Because I know when I stop to think about like songs and stuff and writing songs, even for me now, I'm gonna write different songs now than I ever wrote before because I've experienced different things. So the songs that have come out now.
I'm sorry.
What? You want to laugh?
Like songs?
What? See, you know what? Oh my God, this is so good, right? This is so good, right? Okay.
I'm
Speaking of, because I was talking to Tizza the other day, and I was saying, man, I know a lot of Nas songs, man. I really do. But the one thing that I have never seen from Nas that as a producer, and I'm speaking as a producer and a fan.
Okay.
A producer and as a fan, I don't have an album from Nas that I like where, you know what I'm saying, I got some, like, okay, I was listening to Keisha's album, the album that we worked on. K-Knock, yeah, Escape from Quad City. And I was listening to the intro of Escape from Quad City. It's a 3 minute and 5 second intro. And it's a song. There's a whole song in the intro that we did. And then
shows you our naivety naiveness at the time.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes.
This how we gonna start the album.
We gonna start the album like this with a song. But that was hey, that's what Ron wanted. But
creative freedom.
Right, but Ron wanted that like
a gift and a curse.
Yeah, it was a gift and a curse. It was, and it always is a gift and a curse. I mean, depending upon, you get too much time and you don't get shit done. You don't have enough time and you don't get the right shit done. But I'm listening to Keisha's album, and at the beginning of the album, you know, we're talking about, you know, Keisha's like, no, it was a skit. You know, she was like, no, I'm not doing this shit. This is bullshit. Because the idea was she wanted to get away from that style of music.
Escaping Quad City.
She was escape from Quad City. That's the thing. Like, as far as us as producers, we had a concept for this album. The concept was Keisha wants to break away. Keisha wants to do something, and I was listening to a whole lot of Lords of the Underground during that time. Like Marlon Morrow was heavy. He was heavy on my mind, and she just wanted to do something that was more hip hop, and that's literally what we was trying to do. Even then, in our neophyte stage as producers, we were trying to do themes within the album. We wanted thematically to have a complete conversation around the album.
That was the synergy of the time.
Yeah.
The album had to have a meaning. It wasn't just a collaboration of songs.
Yeah.
And back to your point, so the last projects that I have put it out has been a collection of songs, not a concept or a project.
Right.
So with that being said, because you said you're talking with Tizza and you say, you know, I have never heard, songs, but I haven't done.
Yeah, you got some you got banging songs, but what I'm saying,
so what that's saying, what I'm saying now,
right.
You see, I haven't done something. Have you taken steps? It's like, you know what, I think this would be an awesome concept for this, and if you follow this concept,
Nard, that's
I'm saying.
Who am I asking?
I did not say I agree to it.
You are not the person for that. I will be quiet most of this podcast, but when you hear me speak, it is the voice of reason.
Okay. So since we on the topic, don't talk me to death. Well, help me to understand. Propose something to me. Well, it has been brought to my attention, and by someone who I truly care for and highly value their opinion. Mm-hmm. The voice of reason has spoken, so I totally respect that. Right. So, voice.
That's why I want to produce a whole project for you.
For you, dude. Like, okay, here's the crazy thing. Like, this the shit right here.
I want you to do is write.
You got two producers. You got two producers.
I got what?
See, here you go.
I'm listening. Okay.
No, I'm saying in the room right now. Right. Are you saying I'm not a producer?
Let's see. Nard is. We're producers. Strictly, don't be the label. Don't be management. Don't be marketing.
You just a producer.
Strictly so once you say that,
yeah.
Don't check yourself.
I'm saying as far as like the two of us to bounce things off of each other around the idea of who we know you to be as an artist, and I mean, trust me, I don't blame you.
The versatility thereof.
Right, I'm not blaming you for not doing an album. Trust me, it's counterintuitive.
It makes sense as to why you haven't.
Right, no, it makes total sense why you haven't. I'm not blaming you. Please don't take it as that.
No, I'm not.
Okay, cool.
I want to get to the solution.
No, for real though.
I
like,
agree to the problem.
Like, okay, one of the things.
Yeah. The DLR. I'm signing my name to it. I agree. All the evidence brought against me.
Yes.
No contest.
I'm gonna serve my time.
Now, what I want to know is, what's the rehabilitation process?
Yeah, what's my rehabilitation?
I ain't going to jail unless it's some resolution.
I need to know. I need some restorative justice.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What's my probation? You know what I'm saying? I gotta check in and make sure right. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I mean, how I make it right? Cleveland, how I make it right?
It's wild. Like one of the things, and I'm gonna turn it back to myself for a second. One of the things that I have never had the opportunity to do was to do a complete album from the perspective of working like strictly within the MPC. Like to create that there's a project file. When you start on the MPC, you create a project file. And the project file contains everything that's in that session. And you're supposed to work out your entire project in the project files or whatever. But really, you don't do your entire project in a project file. It's one song at a time or built by sequences. And then you put all those together and you dump them, or you stripe it. You know what I'm saying? You track it out, is what I'm trying to say. You track it out, complete album from the MPC, built in the MPC environment, completely. That's something that I have not had the opportunity to do because I never had the MPC for the entire project of what we were doing. It's like, because at one point we started somewhere else and then we got the MPC and then we were getting ready to go into the next project and I was trying to get everybody to come around and do the big stuff and nobody was coming around and then we lost the MPC. And then, so I didn't have access to an MPC in order for me to do what I wanted to do as a complete project because I've never even gone through the entire process the way I want to. As in, if I can give you a track laid out roughly how I want it to be, I let you write your verses. We come back to the studio, me and Q sit here in front of the board. I'm hearing your verses and I'm like, he killed that line. I need that line to be highlighted. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna change my sequence to match your rhymes. You know what I'm saying? But you started off where you matched my initial pattern, but that was just my initial pattern based on what I heard. Right. I just want you to write to it. And that's what I always wanted to do that with Southern Dialect. You know what I'm saying? With Dead Zone, with Southern Dialect, with the hood, I wanted to be able to say, hey y'all, let's start off with it. Let's do this first. We'll record it, but it was always cost prohibitive because we were paying for studio time and we paid $50 an hour. You know what I'm saying?
No room to collaborate, truly collab.
Right. You know,
So we've gone from the process of paying $20 an hour, having limited time, to where now the studio time is way more, but it's unlimited.
Right.
So we can truly collab. We can truly go back and forth until we say, yeah, it's done.
Okay, so D, envision it. I mean, a vision. And back to doing self-reflection. That's what I told you. I signed my name to it. I'm going to jail. I'm serving my time. When I come out, what's my rehabilitation? What's my rehabilitation plan? I have been
the rehabilitation plan would be this this gift of music that we created that you will hopefully gravitate towards, like that'll change your process of collaboration and make you want to jump on it and market it and spend some time with it, just like really cultivate it.
So
come home, Snoopy, come home.
I want to go on the record on my first episode of Don't Talk Me to Death.
Don't talk me to death.
I'm going on record. Cause I don't want to talk you to death. I want it to be on record. Not just I'm gonna hold each one of you accountable. I want you to hold me accountable as well. I am willing to say on record. Today is December 8th.
11? Hold on.
11?
No, nigga, 7th.
7th. Hold on, I'm pushing the time to my bad.
December 12th.
6. It's 6. It's December 6th.
December 6th.
Right.
Jacksonville, Florida. All Pro Recording Studio.
Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
Eastern Standard Time. We got Mr. Qualam on the engineering on the podcast. We got Mr. Tango Mega with the production.
Co-hosting. I'm kind of second chair.
Nah, he ain't co-hosting this one. That's my show. We'll do another
shit.
segment.
I done got pushed out the show.
No, it's my show.
He called me. I was like, I didn't know he was calling me to be the guest. I was like, oh. Yeah, you did.
I was like, yes. You know, we need
what you doing? What?
We ain't got
we need to practice?
Yeah, we ain't got
to practice. So I'm practicing on your show. Okay, no problem. I have no problem. I can slide into my role, bro.
Hey, yo, Rock, you owe me a favor.
Get the fork in there. What the fuck are you doing?
What's the favor, Apollo? I'll show you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's okay.
I am. And getting kind of sentimental right now.
Oh, you really? Are you having a moment?
That one.
I would like to note that he's pointing at Deshaun Qualam.
No, he's pointing at moi.
Yes, he's pointing at DQ.
He pointed at Q. What you do that audio description? David Robinson angrily points at Deshaun.
The monkey on The Simpsons.
Evil monkey.
I've been waiting.
I would like to note that he's pointing
and in fairness, and Deshaun, this should be clarification on how I'm receiving it. I've stressed to Deshaun, like, Deshaun, man, I know you got tracks, man. Just let me hear something. He said, no, I want you to come in and let's create tracks.
Yes.
He has been saying that forever.
Yes.
I've been saying what I've been saying forever. I'm going through rehab. Yeah. Do you understand? I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna do my part.
Now, Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
Have you noticed a pattern in the?
Let me tell you. Let me simplify this. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
No, absolutely. Go ahead.
What's the reason?
Have you ever told your dad that you want to spend time with him? You just go and spend time with him, right?
Right. Touche.
Like, the more you talk about it, the worse you feel about it.
You doing? Yes. Now.
I'm done. Daddy.
So, now, I want us to do a self-reflection, because you know, I'm gonna admit it. I told y'all to sign my name to it. I'm working on rehab now. So now, when even with this situation right now,
right.
Someone took the initiative, because the phone works.
Right.
Both ways. Three ways.
I'm enjoying,
and not just phone.
I'm enjoying
Facebook.
Working this out.
Cause I remember I was like, oh, this motherfucker getting me. Oh, he gonna voice call me now. Yeah, I seen it and heard you, nigga. That's me. So it works.
I just unplugged my headphones. No, dude, right.
It works. You know what I'm saying? So
Keep up with this.
I love y'all, and because y'all able to jump on me because I keep reaching out to y'all.
You give us the opportunity to beat up on you, and we love you for it. That's what's up.
They gonna jump on me, but you know what?
We gonna do it. We gonna do it every time.
I love them. I don't say, Daddy, I want to spend some time with y'all. Hey, Daddy, you on the corner? I'm gonna ride by. I'm gonna push my skateboard up there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Both of us stay in different corners of the city, so this is kind of like a middle point.
Your city is it's very, very large. I hate this. I hate how big this city is.
I'm making. You can attest to this wherever y'all at. I make it my motherfucking business to come to you.
Yeah, you good, man. We tested. Yeah. We talking shit and tested, and this motherfucker talking crazy shit.
I'm in my feelings right now. You know what I'm saying? And so on. I ain't gonna talk to you, Def. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I got feelings. I got feelings, man.
You got feelings.
I love y'all, man. That's why I keep reaching out. If I did
this is why he should have been did this shit. Right. For real. Right. Because this shit is you. This should have been you.
But here's the thing. The city don't know this shit.
Nah, right.
The city know the energy.
Energy, yeah.
But they don't know the personality.
No. We've been dealing with this shit since, I mean, and it's crazy to think about, but like
let me answer. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So when we talk about a project, that's what we want in the energy and the personality of the music.
He just peaked everything. But that recording, I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit was so cool to listen to. Knowing I knew
the context.
Yeah, I knew where that was, and I knew what he was doing, and that was him being Nard. He's been this person.
Yes. Since the day that I met him.
Since the day we met him, man, and like since the day we met him, he's been this dude, and like only people who've been around us know how we relate to one another. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because we have a deep and abiding love for each other in all seriousness. You know what I'm saying? And like we scream on each other like brothers. You know?
Yep.
You know, I mean, and but it's always been. He still give me my flowers. That's the crazy part about the shit.
But that's the. Listen, you know the routine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat my brother ass, but you can't touch him.
You can't touch him. Yeah, he do. You know what I'm saying? He was it, but the fucked up part about it is, and I just gotta put it that way. The fucked up part is that it's like, okay, well, if you trust me. And you value my opinions on certain things, then sometimes I wonder where are we when I go, hey man, I got something that I want us to do, and you go, yeah, I'll get to it. I'll get around to it. And I just like,
so that is David Robinson, the business versus Nard.
Oh man, let me tell you something. DLR, bro. I said, man, don't you DLR me, bro? Don't you do that? Don't you fucking DLR me right now, man? Because all right, I know DLR. I know DLR. I know Nard. I know 40 OZ. I know Infinity. I know DJ Champ. Those are my boys. I have wrote with all the motherfuckers. I have recorded remixes with DJ Champ. You know what I'm saying? I have, I
remixes.
Yeah, at your house. I've been on remix.
No. I'm not saying. I was just saying since you said remix.
I'm sorry. It was a jam. It was a jam.
Okay, since you brought up remix. Okay.
Damn, you know what? I have got to get my head moving because damn, you caught me right in the news. What? Remixes? Let me tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you right now what's been going on with the remix and what's been happening with the remix.
Don't talk me to death.
I hope you choke. I hope you do. Die, choke. That's exactly what you deserve. You deserve that for that one right there, because that was below the belt. You hit below the belt. You do hit below the belt because here's what's been happening with the MPC.
The MPC?
Okay. Yeah, with the MPC one itself.
Mm-hmm.
I started off on the MPC 2500. And that's been a while ago. And then when I got the MPC, then I had the MPC 1000.
Mm-hmm.
And the MPC Uno, the MPC 1, is a reincarnation of the 1000. They just took the zeros off. It's the MPC 1. So I've been reintroducing myself to how it works. And they've been changing the damn thing since it came out. We've been getting updates. We're on now 2.11 point something.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been adding new features to what we could do. As I've been doing this, I have been getting better at what I do. Mm-hmm. So what I am unfortunately experiencing and what you have been dealing with is my dissatisfaction with what I did previously when I know what I'm capable of doing now.
Gotcha.
So what has happened is, or what I have done is, since the time of when we initially said I was going to do the remix, I bought...
How long ago was that, though?
It's been a few months. It's been quite
a few months since you agreed to do the remix?
About not quite a year. 5. Not a year.
5 years.
It's not been 5 years. No, I didn't.
5 years.
I didn't have what I needed to do it before, but he really liked this shit.
5 years. Okay. So let's do. Okay, so you done moved out of town. You done stayed South Florida. You
right.
No. So the time frame.
Right.
When you got the assignment. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't an assignment. It was a request. You know what?
Yeah, I did. Are you right?
I want to do a From Duval remix.
Because
what I need from you is
I needed
the song. Yeah. I say, you know what?
You can have it.
It's time. It done been over 15 years since I did that song. You know what, Shane? I would love for you to do a remix since you brought it to my attention.
He's done this to me before. He just wanted the opportunity to immortalize it.
But you brought it up. Don't talk me to death. All right, so I've been told.
So all right.
Okay, and you brought up another thing. I got 2 producers in the room.
You do. You got two.
So I gave one an opportunity, and they dropped the ball. So what I would. In your free,
don't you do that?
On my probation, if you feel a part of my rehabilitation process, I need to revisit. Go back to the scene of a crime that I once committed.
Yeah, back to I'm From Duval because it's
but it's Sean. I'm talking to the second producer.
I'm sorry.
I gave an opportunity to another one.
Yeah, let me stop.
And not only was it like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I revisit to remind you know.
Yeah, he do. He regularly reminds you.
Do you want me to go on record?
Yeah, go on record, please do.
Okay. So, in them 5 years. No, I'm sorry. Previous to those 5 years, I was locked up for 5. You was beat jacking for 5.
He was. You was a skillet. Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm jacking you.
You know, like you go to security guard, it's like, hey man, I'm gonna take this with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't putting it on my jacket or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to know. So when y'all do inventory.
You ain't about shit. You ain't about shit.
I'm listening to the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm beat jacking.
So yeah, I'm like. If I'm so I know what you're asking when you ask for a beat. And I'm not just gonna give you a beat. I'm not just gonna let you just like give you my catalog to the number one beat jacker.
The number one beat jacker.
Jesus Christ. I have every artist in the city mad at me. So that entails actually creating something original for you.
Yes.
And the honor should be in the fact that
we want to
I can't just like give you a beat.
That's right.
I don't even see your artistry as being one thing. I see your artistry as being a project.
That is.
Like I can't. I don't want to fuck with you unless I can get a whole project.
You know, I mean, and I'm gonna be honest with you about that. Like,
I respect that, D.
That's dope.
I respect that.
That's
D.
dope because
I respect that.
I mean,
and that's saying that regardless of what you've done, your whole career, there is an MC that I respected. And I know what that MC is capable of. And I know the limitation that you, as the MC, are putting on yourself.
Damn, dude.
Well, it's the solopreneur. We actually had this conversation before you came in and before the mics was on. We was talking about the being a solopreneur. And as a solopreneur, you only have so many hours in a day. You only have, there's only one you. And I know it's
my
really...
My daughter said it best. You think you're multitasking, but you're really only doing one thing at a time.
Yeah, you're doing one thing at a time, and you're doing... Yeah, you're doing... I mean, there's studies.
You're like... Because the reality
you're doing multiple things, but one thing at a time.
You got 3 things you're doing.
Yeah, you're doing all of them very badly. Yeah, you're doing all of them poorly. You know what I'm saying? You're giving... It's the... I use the example of Gran Turismo. The first... The manual, when that first game came out, the manual for it is basically the first chapter of the Richard Petty driving experience when you go down to Daytona. That's what you're reading in your Gran Turismo book. That's what they tell the people when you go down, like, hey, you're gonna drive a race car. This is how you drive a race car. And as you go through this book and this process, you know what I'm saying?
SOP.
The stand operator. They talk about the tires and how your tires can only do one thing at a time. They can go forward. You know what I'm saying? If you decide to turn, you are now making that tire do 2 things. That car has to turn and continue to go forward. Right. Because as it turns, it's going to start to slow down. So you have to accelerate. Now you're doing more than one thing. Even though it only looks, you just driving. So, and then when you go to brake, oh my God, now you're doing 3 things. And each one of those things, you only have 100%. And each one of those things gets divided. So 10% goes towards braking, 30% goes towards the turning, and then the 60% is towards acceleration. So if you're not braking that much, you start to see the car drift out of the track. That's literally what you're doing, is assessing what we do when we turn, we brake, and we accelerate. Those are the objects. So we can go forward, we can stand still, and we can turn. And when we do those, when you turn though, you're not just turning, you're turning and going forward because you gotta keep pulling and you start to divide up your energy. What we wanna do, or what I see myself doing, is I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna get in a room with Nard and me and Nard are just gonna go through a whole bunch of stuff. But I want Nard to be involved because I know Nard is a producer, but he may not be an MPC producer. What I would like to do, what I wanna do, is start off on the MPC and all the vocals and stuff happen in Logic. Because you understand that production process better than I do, I will be catching up with you. But the thing is, like, okay, now all we really doing is dropping the beat in and we doing our vocals on multi-track and we deciding where the ad-libs go. You know how we doing, bam, bam, boom. That would be like what Q is trying to go for. That's me and 40OZ in the joint doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? Making beats. And that way, that beat that I make that day, it wasn't just a beat that I came up with, because I heard a cool sound. That was collaborative. That was collaborative. That was the energy I got from being in the room with David Leonard Robinson, the brain. As we all call, don't DLR me.
Boys are grieving.
Did you put a sound on there?
I tried to.
Oh shit! I gotta, man. I'm gonna tell you, that's one of the things I need to do is to figure out how to do soundboards to capture the sound. Oh, you?
That's the reason.
He found it. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I want to thank everybody for joining in on this first.
So that was the first stand up. First one. Oh, that's good.
That's dope.
What our run time looking like right about now? 34 minutes. Oh,
34 minutes?
That can be cut because the intro.
Yeah, no, that was what? 34 minutes? Man, look what you did, man. Look what you did, man. Man.
Thank you.
Which one was it?
Thank you.